Hello and welcome to a short video showing the features and some of the basic functions of the Rush Machinery model FC-250EX wheel truing and dressing machine. The FC-250EX is a semi-automatic wheel truing and dressing machine that's PLC powered. It allows the operator to load a wheel, enter a basic program, start the cycle, and move on to other tasks while the machine dresses the wheel for them. The machine features a full enclosure for dust control and safety control. The door locks on the machine stay engaged anytime the machine is open and prevent the doors from being opened anytime the machine is still in motion. You can see the full enclosure here. We have a revolving door on this side. And then on the back side there is a swinging door that can open and close. It also has a door lock on it on the outside. Inside the machine we have the same basic options and axes of motion as a 250W or 350W manual machine. We have an in-feed axis for the dressing wheel, a pivot axis for swinging radii, oscillation axes for oscillating the dressing wheel, and a pivot feature that allows the dressing wheel to be pivoted relative to the oscillation when dressing radii or close forms on the spindle side of the workpiece. The dressing wheel is variable speed, single direction. The workpiece wheel has numerous configurations available for affixing the workpiece. This particular one is for a roll-o-matic setup. The same cradle can be used for the standard 40 taper spindle and HSK spindles, and then there's numerous adapters available for any type of machine that might be dressing wheels on here. The vision system has a powered slides to it and power zoom. This allows the camera to move anywhere within a 4" by 4" area and zoom in for accurate wheel truing and dressing. And the workpiece wheel has mounted to X and Y slides for easy movement. All slides are linear bearings with preloaded ball screws. And in the case of the FC-250EX, all the dressing wheel axes are servo powered. On the control station, we have a touchscreen PLC control, and then a main power on button, a cycle start button for starting the automatic cycles, blue and green buttons for operating the door locks, an emergency stop button, and a light indicating that the machine is powered up. On the other side we have a computer for turning on the vision system computer, as well as a light switch and other start-stop buttons for various options the machine may be equipped with. Above that control panel is a speed control for both the workpiece wheel and the dressing wheel, and above that is the vision system monitor. So I'm going to walk through a few basic steps on how a wheel would be mounted and dressed on here. I'm not actually going to mount a wheel, just walk through the procedure so you can get an idea of how the 250EX would be utilized. First thing the operator would do would come in and load their wheel as needed into the workpiece spindle. They may change the spindle out to a different style spindle, change an adapter if they have a 40 taper spindle, etc. Mount up their grinding wheel. Then they would use the X and Y axes for the diamond wheel or workpiece wheel to position it appropriately underneath the vision system camera. Once everything is positioned on their workpiece, and they'll close their operator door and press the blue button, and now the doors are locked and they are not able to open any of the doors at this point. First thing they'll want to do is take the hand controller and operate the dressing wheel axes to set their basic parameters. We're going to set up a straight wheel first to dress for that. So the first thing they'll want to do is set their pivot angle, which they can see on the screen right now is minus 0.5 degrees, so we'll want to set that at 0. We're going to dress a nice straight wheel. Then the next thing we're going to want to do is set our oscillation points. And we'll set the left oscillation point. We're moving the oscillation axis. Normally we'd have a wheel to reference off of. We're going to come over here and set our confirmation point for that. Then we're going to want to move for the right axis. Come over and set our confirmation point for that. And now we're going to want to set the start point for the in-feed. Again, normally there'd be a workpiece wheel to reference off of. This will be the point you want the dressing to start, or the machine to in-feed to when it starts its dressing cycle. And then you'll want to confirm that location as well. At that point, everything is set and ready to start a cycle. So we'll put our hand controller back, go over here, and we'll go to linear function. At this point we can put in how much in-feed we want. We want to enter in for 0.2 on the in-feed, and we'll do a 0.05 on the amount of in-feed per cycle. We want our angle to be at 0 since we're going to just dress a flat straight wheel. And then we're ready to go. There's one other setting here, whether you want it to in-feed at the every oscillation strike or every other one. In this case we'll leave it at every one. And now we will press start for our cycle start. The machine powers up. It'll go to home. And then the cycle will start. It in-feeds to our preset start point. Now it oscillates between the two oscillation points we preset. It in-feeds an amount. You can see I have quite a large in-feed there. Right now it's in-feeding every 2 cycles, which is what we had set it for. And once it reaches its total amount of in-feed, then it'll stop and return to home. And everything stops. At that point the operator can press and hold the permission to enter button. Once they hear the doors click, they release the button. They can go in, remove their wheel, make any adjustments needed, load another wheel, close the doors, press the boot button, and now we're ready to do another setup. In this case we're going to set up and do a quick swiveling function. As if we're going to dress a radius. We'll use those same in-feed and oscillation set points that we did before just for ease here. In this case we're going to want to set our angles. So we want it to oscillate between, let's say, 50 degrees on the one side, and we'll do a -50 on the other. The in-feed amount we would also put in here if we want. We have total in-feed per cycle. And then we can put in whether we want to in-feed at the right and left strokes, or only on the left in-feed, or only on the right in-feed. In this case we'll leave it for both. So now we're going to start our cycle. The machine is going to home. We're going to start the oscillation. If we had the dust collector on here, we could start it as well. Now you're going to see the machine is moving over to its far left angle. It's going to in-feed to the amount we set, and then it'll start its automatic cycles. Again, when it's completed, then it will move back to home and wait for the operator to come back and reload a new wheel. If they want to vary the diamond or dressing wheel speeds at this point, they can do that simply by turning a wheel, and they can adjust as needed to get optimum dressing conditions. So now the in-feed is moved into our preset point, and the machine is oscillating as well as swinging and in-feeding at the end of each stroke. The speed that it is rotating at and swiveling at is fully adjustable. There are pages in the PLC control there that allows the operator to set how fast it swivels, how fast it oscillates, how fast it goes to home, everything like that, so they can optimize their conditions. If they want to stop the cycle, if they feel that their dressing is done before the full cycle had run, then they just press stop here. The machine will stop its dressing. You'll also want to press the oscillation stop.